Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yeah,
Hello, good morning from
yeah,
Kuala Lumpur.
yeah. Welcome to our YouTube live. So, first of all, we want to wish you a happy International Women's Day. So, in conjunction with the International Women's Day, we're doing today. Our topic will be empowering women and transforming the community.
I love this
Yeah.
topic.
Why is this topic so important, Mushida?
You know, we always mention about in the past we have a tagline called empowering communities, transforming lives, right?
Yeah.
No,
Empowering.
empowering leaders,
Yeah.
transforming lives.
Yeah.
And when we address women this time, this week, because it's just in conjunction with International Women's Day that was 2 days ago. This topic is more on women leaders. Why we should allow women to lead or use their own superpower or
Yeah.
use their feminine
Yeah.
femininity or feminine energy in
Yeah.
order to lead, and that is a way to transform lives and transforming communities. And you've heard like quotes, especially like who is that, Queen Rania, right? Of Jordan. She said, when you educate the girl, you actually educate the whole nation, right? So she believes in educating girls
Yeah.
because they will grow up to be women and leaders, and they will be transforming the societies as well as the whole nation.
Yeah, the reason why we also creating awareness, because in our society there's a lot of stereotypes and a lot of things that they prohibited women from doing, like having a good education, getting a good job in the society, and then the women are not trained or not even allowed to voice out her whatever she wants to say. So what we want to do is we want to be able to, on this special occasion, we want to be able to empower women to be able to say that they have a lot of potential. They like for example, let me give example of my own role model, my mother, right? My late mother, Hajah Helmia. So she was an amazing role model for me as a woman. Growing up, seeing her, like she was a teacher before, and then she became a trainer and a consultant as well. She used to work in a bank as well, and I've seen her like running her own business. One woman show, running her business, a seven-figure business. I'm so amazed that as a woman she can do all that. And even when she passed away, right, we heard that a lot of people say, oh, like your mother used to do a lot of charity work that we didn't even know about. Like people used to have problems and call her in the middle of the night, and she doesn't never rejects them. So as a woman, right, even you are seeming to be alone and sort of, but you actually can get so much impact. So that's what the International Women's Day about, and what our session today is about. We want to be able to empower women, help them achieve their maximum potential instead of succumbing to stereotypes or to negative patterns that they say they're not enough, they cannot achieve what they want to achieve.
And what I also realized coaching a lot of women is that their belief system is very much ingrained for many many generations. Like they're supposed to only do a certain kind of jobs. They're not allowed to choose their own passion and what it is that they really want to do. And a lot of them give up on their dreams because somebody like a husband or of somebody else in the
Authority,
society
right?
said
Yeah.
that no, you should do this, and they quit on their dreams without going all the way. And they believe, the thing is about women is they're so open, their heart is like they believe so easily, that and they don't like to offend people, that they tend to sacrifice themselves when it does not have to be that way. And you only have one life to lead,
Yeah.
and God created you not to just give up on your life and not fulfill your full potential. You can actually contribute so much more in the world. And my own personal upbringing, my father, he's a man, and I mean, he's a man, of course. I mean, he's a very, I would say, macho man. A very,
Yeah.
he comes from a traditional environment and mindset, beliefs about women. Yet at the same time, he is, when it comes to education and when it comes to desiring something, he does not want me to be like a princess. If you are in my money mindset programs, I do address the princess mindset, which is expecting people to save you and
Yeah.
and give you stuff in order for you to fulfill your dreams. My father is someone who says, like, do not use your race as a reason why you cannot succeed. Do not use your religion or that you are a minority to say that you cannot practice. You know, he said, be the best version of yourself for the sake of this world as well as in the hereafter. That means when you do something, you know, if you love God, love wholeheartedly and believe. If you love your life, then go and do whatever it is that you really love to fulfill in your life and that makes you happy. And for me, it was starting a business, although he was not someone who agrees on starting a business. He is, you know, get a good job kind of person. But because of my desire to start my own business, he supported me. In fact, he even renovated the house just so that I have an office in the house for me to start working from home. And that was before anybody started working from home back in 1997. So the kind of support women also need, somebody like myself, where my father is actually somebody who supported me and wanted me to live the best life, and knowing that I deserve the best in everything. This is what men can be as partners for women empowerment. And that's why when it comes to empowering women, it's not just about women forcing themselves to be, you know, something on your own. Men also play a very big role in making sure that, you know, there is equality. And this year's theme in the International Women's Day is on breaking the bias, right? So bias means you choose who deserves and who does not deserve, right? That is being biased. So when you say break the bias in International Women's Day, it means that do not see women as lesser than men when it comes to doing the same job. They deserve the same opportunity. They deserve the same pay if they were to do the same work. And when in my time, when I first started working, I was appalled to find out that the person who had lesser experience than myself, doing the same job as myself, was earning more than me just because he's a man, right? And I found out that later because he was loosely leaving his payslip around, and I saw that and I was like appalled, like what? He gets paid more, and how did that happen, right? So when a person is doing something, two people doing the same amount of job, they should be paid equally, regardless of gender. That is what breaking the bias is. And I would like to take it up a notch, another notch, right? Besides just gender, let's not look at ethnicity and cultural backgrounds and religion when it comes to hiring somebody or your ability to do something. We are all humans, right? So it's like we all come from different parts of the world. If you do the same job, you should be paid equally, and you should have access to all the opportunities. Now, having said that, as women, the world does not run that way. The world runs with a lot of imbalance right now, where there are biases, there are judgments, there are, like, people like myself, people prejudge before knowing me and what I'm capable of, right? So what I would love to encourage women who are like me to not use that as an excuse that you cannot succeed, that you cannot be a millionaire, that you cannot do something that you don't know how, that you think you deserve, but you don't see it as possible. You can create, you can find a way, you can be resilient enough to make things happen for yourself.
Murshidah, I have a question.
Sure.
So one question outcome is, okay, there are some women, like you mentioned, like, who are being, like they're being stereotyped, or they're being, in a way, some women are being oppressed as well, right? So what do you do, like, what do you share, what advice can you give to the woman when they are in that situation and they don't know how to get out, whether it's an abusive husband, or the society looks down on them, or they're not getting the education they deserve? What is the first step they need to do to get out of that?
I see.
I
know. I mean, that's a very challenging question, and it's a very, very good question, and it's very important to address, because there are situations where it is your life and death that you are affected. And I have worked with women's shelters, abused women's shelters, and when it's life and death, when you are threatened by somebody who shares the same bed as you, that is something that you need to get help and support from. All right. So you cannot do it alone. But remember this, as long as you feel something inside of you that you know you are meant for something more, that this is not right, that you do, and you feel that why do you have to go through this? Is your life at stake? Is your children's life at stake? That situation is where you need to empower yourself. Go and seek help. There's a lot of help needed. Find a way out. Find a way where you can connect with someone outside and ask them for support, somebody you can trust to take you out of that situation. And there are shelters here that can actually do that legally for you if you are so abused. Now, let's say you are in an environment where it is challenging. Like, for example, I work with refugees as well, where they were in a situation where it's not only abusive at home, but it's also in a war environment. What they did, the women that I know who empowered themselves, is they did connect with organizations like UNHCR to be able to come out of those situations, right? Now, like myself, I have seen some, I've gone through racism. If some of you think like, coming from Singapore, there's no racism. There was racism. When I was growing up, yes, there was racism. Even in my classroom in primary 1, when, a teacher who blatantly said out, "Oh, Malay girls are all lazy. Why are these Malay girls so lazy?" And she said it out loud in class, right? But fortunately, we came from the one of the quite intelligent. I would say intelligent, the A class, right? So the people that the girls in that class were like, isn't she so prejudiced, right? Right? And they did not believe whatever she said. So she was, we're making a fool of herself, calling Malay girls lazy and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what I realized is she was not the only one. And I refused to believe that, right? I refused to be that. So I worked extra hard initially to prove myself. But now I've decided that, I don't need to prove myself. The best is just to do my best
Become successful
and become my success
help
on my own
others.
terms.
Yeah.
And help others along the way.
Yeah.
And I did go back to my primary school at that time, and another teacher of mine who said that I will never ever succeed because I was so bad at maths. I was actually and I visited my primary school as a speaker when I was in university to encourage them, where they can go, in what path and all that. So she was so surprised to see me. She said I was so tall, and because at that time I was really small. I am a really late bloomer, and I was told that, I told her that actually I was doing maths as my major, and she was like, "What?" Yeah, she was so shocked. So those are the things that you can do. Empower yourself within. Do not believe some of the noise or judgments of people who tell you that you are a certain way just because of something that of who you are as a woman, or your minority background, or where you come from economically as well. I've got examples of friends who came from really poor, broken families who are now very successful in their careers and they've done masters and all that. They made it a success despite their broken families, despite their low income background. So I would say there's no such thing as you create the kind of life that you want.
One thing that I've noticed is like last few years ago when COVID happened, right? We actually started a few things initiative. One was to we started a conscious business community mentorship community where we wanted to mentor entrepreneurs who are struggling but they want to do good at the same time. So we did that. At the same time, we also created family leadership community where at the beginning we started off for women first. We wanted to empower women. Murshidah was into that, really wanted to do something to help the women in the society. Right? So we started with, and we had a lot of amazing the interactions. The people that we had a lot of meetups. The people get together, they empower each other. Someday went into partnerships. So I feel that one of the key to get out of this sort of oppressive society, right, is to be in a group of like-minded people, heart-centered people that actually is there to support you. Like when you share your dreams with them, they are there. Okay, I really want you to succeed. I will help you. I'll support you wherever we can. Unfortunately, sometimes we cannot share our dreams with our loved ones, but they don't understand. It's okay. It's perfectly okay. They are our family. We still love them, but we share our goals and dreams with only people who want to support us. So being in that like-minded community is I feel that it's one of the fastest way to get out of the whatever challenges that women are facing.
Yeah, so community is very important. The people you surround yourself
Yeah.
with, when you have
Mentors
a good,
as well, right?
yeah, and choose the right mentors for you that have gone the path. I would highly recommend going just not just because they have academic backgrounds or
They just have money
certifications.
and all that. It must
Yeah.
be a balance, right?
Yeah, and they must be action takers themselves, so that really helps a lot in them being able to understand your path and also guiding you, and also keep learning, never stop learning, and always know that you are enough. So, and never stop connecting with the Almighty. Your spiritual connection is so important.
Yeah. So so what we are doing to actually continue the journey to empower women, right? We're having a regular meetup. So this Saturday at 9 p.m. Malaysian Singapore time, we're doing a meetup with global women all over the world. Maybe we should want to share about how many
Yes.
people are involved in how many
Okay.
countries.
Right now, we have 8 community leaders
Yeah.
who are they are building. They have their own communities, and they are from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
So myself is one, and then we have Haryati and Noraisha from Singapore, and they also have their own communities. We have Fatima K, who has a YouTube that's very successful, and I was one of her guests in her YouTube channel, and she is from France. Yeah, she's in France, and her connections are all, and her community is mostly from the Middle East and the European countries, and also the North American countries. And we also have Kulwinder from Canada. Yeah, so more on the North America. And we have Ruth, who is in Iceland. She's also a life coach and a woman empowerment coach, and she is based in Iceland. And she also has her own community. And we also have Esra from Germany, and she runs a community of women who, who are really into time management and making things happen. And they're all from Germany. And we have Dr. Ayman from Turkey, and it's a whole blend of beautiful women doing amazing things around the world. And it's so wonderful when we can connect and we can inspire each other. And we're going to be doing breakout rooms, because if the numbers are big, if we have about 20 or so in the room, we'll divide the room into 4 or 5, so we can network and get to know each other better. So we are so looking forward to this. Remember, it's 9 p.m. Singapore and Malaysia time, and a whole list of other time zones. I can't remember. It's like 5 a.m. PST, 8 a.m. Eastern time.
We'll put the details later on the link for you to see the timing as well.
Yes, 2 p.m. Turkey. So it's all possible around. It's not so like all the countries can come together from different time zones. This is the best time that we can pick for a global networking event.
So I will encourage you, because the good thing is open to men as well, right? Before this, we used to make it just for men, but this time around we decided to let's open it to men, because feminine leadership is not about gender. It's about energy that you use, a feminine energy that you use. It can be both male and female. Is more on the nurturing, the creativity side, the collaborating side, and then we have seen like those women in the leadership position, when they practice feminine leadership, they really achieve success. Like people like Jacinta Ardern, what other leaders in the world? From Taiwan.
Merkel,
So they achieve a lot of success when using feminine leadership. So that's why we want to encourage people. We don't say you just use feminine leadership. We say there must be a balance between masculine and feminine. So what we do is now it's more masculine. So we want people to be aware of the benefits and the power of feminine leadership. When you combine them together, it's very powerful.
Yes, and the way the world is shifted right now, we have to do more of feminine, raise up the feminine, because the masculine has been running the whole world for many, many years in terms of leadership. And unfortunately, I see a lot of women trying to be men or behaving like men at the workplace because they want to have more control. So because they believe that is part of the way that they can lead better, when it does not have to be that way.
So come and join us. What you can do is invite your communities as well. For women, we are looking for women organizers. If they want to come, you want your face to be on a poster, you just come in and invite your people. We also add your face on the poster as well, to give you visibility as well.
So your community will recognize that, hey, that you are actually part of this. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you everyone for your time. Right. We'll see you on Saturday. And if you have anything that you want to interact with us, feel free to interact in the comments below. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Have
Lots
a
of love,
happy
everyone.
happy
Happy International
Women's
Women's
Day again.
Day.
Okay.
Bye
Bye
bye.
everyone. Bye.